Our third honoree for the Alumni Achievement Award is Dr. Mark Murakami, right there. Mark is a 2002 St. Olaf grad who went on to receive his MD and MA in biology and biomedical sciences from the Washington University School of Medicine. He also obtained a Master of Medical Science degree in biomedical informatics from Harvard Medical School. Dr. Murakami is currently an assistant professor at Harvard Medical School and an independent investigator in the Division of Hematologic Neoplasia at the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute in Boston. He is both an active researcher and clinician, specializing in treating patients with blood cancers. As a member of the Department of Medical Oncology at the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute, Mark is leading an independent research laboratory focused on defining how tumor cells persist despite the presence of highly active therapy. Mark is dedicated to training the next generation of scientists who are passionate on developing cures and treatments for patients with blood cancers. And he has created the Data Visualization Oncology Research Internship here at St. Olaf for our students. This internship is a fantastic opportunity for students to explore a career in rigorous scientific inquiry. So please welcome Mark to the podium.
Mark Murakami. For accomplishments that have brought honor both to you and to St. Olaf, for service and leadership that exemplify the ideals of our college, St. Olaf College is pleased to present the Alumni Achievement Award to Mark Murakami.
Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, President Anderson. And thanks to all of our distinguished guests who are here tonight. I was truly touched to have been nominated for this award. I consider myself humbled to have been selected, and I'm grateful to accept this award. And I do so recognizing that any success that I've achieved owes to a liberal arts education that prioritized the pursuit of meaningful vocation and placed me under the charge of professors, coaches, and mentors who sacrificed to teach me, to inspire me, and to open doors for me. In the ensuing 20 years since I left the Hill, I've sought to emulate their examples and have sought to channel the privileges that I've received for the benefit of other students and trainees as well as patients. Ultimately, I consider myself a link in a chain of mentorship that extended from my own teachers, coaches, and mentors, and will extend down to my own students and trainees who will pass that mentorship on in turn. There are a few individuals who I want to specifically thank tonight who played outsized roles in this process for me. Professor Eric Cole of the biology department gave me my first opportunity in scientific research. His passion for scientific inquiry was contagious, and he taught me the importance of identifying incremental progress in experiments that ostensibly failed. And as I've repeatedly learned over the years, most of our hypotheses are wrong, most of our experiments go awry, but it's our ability to derive value from those failed experiments that can be even greater than what we can derive from those that are immediate successes. Of course, I'll also never forget the generosity that he showed in bringing me with him to present our work at a conference in Japan, which was really a capstone of my experience at St. Olaf and inspired me to pursue research in my medical career. In addition to being a capstone experience, it also was a real pivotal moment that transitioned my view of Professor Cole from not only being a mentor, but also a friend. So thank you, Eric. Bill Thornton, who's here with his dear wife, Meryl, coached me as a student athlete for 4 years in cross-country, track, and field. Through his folksy aphorisms, he motivated us, and through his example, he cultivated the values, the attributes of dedication, resilience, and accountability that propelled both me and a number of my teammates, one of whom is here tonight, joining us into our adult life, in our careers. There were many evenings when our workouts would extend quite late until around 7 o'clock. He'd suggest we might want to get going unless he requires to pay his alimony. But really what that reminded me was to thank Meryl as well for giving us so much of not only Bill's time, but your own. And I wanted to make sure that you knew that the impact that both of you have had has extended far beyond the athletic field. So, and the last thing I wanted to mention about Coach Thornton is that what both my teammates and I think will have taken most from his guidance has been the question that he asked more frequently than any other, which was, what can I do to make somebody else's job easier? And so I wanted to thank Coach Thornton for inspiring a career of excellence and service. Every recognition I've received, I owe to the work of many others, a whole team of scientists, colleagues, and students. And so I gratefully acknowledge the work of all of my trainees and students who bring energy, curiosity, and creativity to the lab. It really powers intellectual engine. What energizes me every morning is the opportunity to invest my own experiences into their success. I can't thank all of them, but we're honored to have one of them with us tonight. Aya Abdulkarim is a student in the class of 2022, who's a current graduate student en route to medical school. And she was a student at St. Olaf who I think embodies the ideals of the college and exemplifies the attributes that we hope to cultivate in our graduates. And I'm very privileged that she entrusted me with some of her time and effort during her time in St. Olaf, and I know that she will someday pass along the mentorship values that I inherited from people like Professor Cole, Coach Thornton, to her own trainees. So thank you, Aya, for your thoughtful nomination and for being an exemplary student, scientist, and future colleague. And last but certainly not least, I wanted to acknowledge my beautiful wife, Lisa, for her immeasurable support, patience, and love. Lisa and I met during our first semester of our freshman year at St. Olaf in Ellingson Hall, and married about a year after graduation. And so that means that every step of my training and subsequent career, she has been there, and she's experienced all of the stresses and difficulties that I have, only with the also having your own job and raising our two children. And so for that, I'm immensely, I can't express my gratitude enough. And I also want to note that she has done all this without really having any public recognition. So as I accept this award, I want to make sure that I do so on behalf of this lifetime partnership, which has made it possible. So thank you, Lisa. I hope to be able to show you how much I love you, and also I look forward to continuing this lifetime of vocation with you. I can't imagine anyone better. So in closing, I really consider myself the product of an environment, a product of this environment and the people who make it an exceptional place. I humbly accept this award, and I do so with profound gratitude and a resolution to justify it through continued service to patients, students, and trainees. Thank you for the honor.